The interesting thing is that we, as you know, tend to have people who are semi-retired or retired, although there isn't an age limit, as Claire said. But they are people who may not know that they could run a group. They may shy away from the idea of being a group leader, but if a group leader decides that they need, for whatever reason, they can't do it anymore, or they don't wish to do it anymore, then there are people in the group who've been in the group for a long time who don't really know that they could help. And we've had 3 or 4 groups in the last year where that has happened. So it's a form of succession planning, and it's working very well so far.
It sounds good, all of this. Let me come back to you, Ian. The important question, Ian, how much will it cost me?
Good question, as ever, Ernie. Now, the costs are incredibly inexpensive. We tend to try and keep them to a minimum always. So the weekly activities, they are that where there's a venue involved and a venue fee, they are typically maybe just £2 or £3 a person. Membership subscription is only £15 a year. Day trips, the bigger events, day trips, theatre trips, holidays, they are costed to be break even. So we don't make a massive amount, if anything, they're costed to break even. So the costs are really kept under control and tried to keep to a minimum for members that join.
It sounds very, very reasonable. Speaking of your theatre trips and your outings and things, we're in exactly the right part of Britain. I started a theatre blog years ago, and before I knew where I was, I've got 50 theatres on it, all from this area. So you'd be amazed how many. I'm talking of professional theatres too. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got all the places of interest, like Althorpe and places around Cambridgeshire. And I can imagine those groups to be really, really busy.
I think you're right, Ernie. We are blessed with our location. We've got we don't have to go to London for theatres. We've got Milton Keynes, we've got Stevenage, we've got Cambridge. They're all around us in all directions, and the places of interest, it's just staggering. So we have what we call an outage review team. They put together day trips, and they go out to organise those for a coach party typically. It's a very safe environment to go out to if you're on your own as well. You go out with a group.
So Ian, I very much doubt if there's anybody in the town that wouldn't be able to find something of interest in one of the, or even more of the groups. People join more than one, I presume, now and again. But if somebody's new to it, what's your advice?
Well, if you're new to the area, or even if you've been here and never managed to hear about St Neots U3A, either look for the website, www.etc. St Neots U3A. I always suggest Google it. If you've got any question, Google it. Type in St Neots U3A into Google, follow the links, you'll get there. Or the other routine, of course, and we've mentioned this before, we have a monthly meeting every third Tuesday, 2:00. You're welcome to come along. You can meet all members. We have a guest speaker every month. Come along, see what's going on, see if it ticks any boxes for you. And that's the easiest way to get in and see what's going on. So Google the website or come along and visit us.
Yeah, and I've done both of those things. And I must say, the monthly meetings are great because you walk in there, you might be a little worried because you're on your own and there's 200 people in there, but you won't take 2 steps inside the door without somebody coming up and having a chat with you and putting you at your ease. And of course, there's the website. The thing that I would point out is to remember to put St Neots U3A. If you just put the U3A in Google, you will get either the head office in London or the wrong one. So just make sure you include St Neots. Anyway, thank you all of you very much indeed.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.